How's it going, everyone? Mad Sparner here, and today I'm bringing you another Contest of Champions War video. It is war number 11, second to last war. We are up against Beyond Omega Level Threat, which is Bolt. We did play them a few earlier in the season, and we did unfortunately lose to them. We were both having horrible wars, so it is a well-redeemed redemption war for us, I would say. And if you guys can't tell by my voice, I am a little under the weather. I've been a little busy lately, so that's why the war videos are kind of late. But I wasn't very active this war. Pretty much just did my path and the rooted Ebony Maw. So it is a pretty quick war, which means it's a pretty quick video. The first fight we do have is a Shuri, which isn't a problem. As you can see there, I did that little cheeky Punisher heavy with my heavy so I can gain my my velocity faster. The only problem with this fight was, like I say all the time, Quicksilver is immune to the dexterity buff and also the placebos, and with the amount of hits that he does, he ends up getting her to untouchable pretty much in one combo. It's not very nice because then she gains her armor so fast and you're doing basically no damage to her. But fortunately, Shuri does not have a lot of health. So as long as we build up enough whiplashes, we'll probably be able to kill her with just like a simple nuke. We just kind of have to time it right that we don't do like a full combo. And as you can see there, she did throw it immediately as to not get punished, which is pretty crazy for an AI to do. But just like that, we ever added touchable again. So that's why I don't know the exact number. I don't know if it's 500 or 600. We had to get to that number very fast so that we can still punish her while she's untouchable. But to be honest, it's not even worth it because you punish her while she's untouchable and then she goes untouchable again. So we were at 32, which is a pretty comfortable number, but I am trying to land the SP2 to double it. And she's just not throwing this special. Like, she just was not cooperating with me. And I was nervous because if you guys remember from my last video, we did not do very well against the Shuri. We got her down, but I did not want to make that same mistake again. And this was the whole reason why I didn't want to use Quicksilver, was due to the fact that he's going to end up... I tried to hit the relic, but she just dodges me. And of course we go miss and she parries me. Like it was falling apart. So in my head, I'm like, all right, we're done. Let's just end it. Let them all detonate and we'll go from there. 37, 38 is a pretty good amount for her. And just like that, she is done 122k. Before the fight went really bad, we did get that down, so I was happy about that. Next up is a long shot. Now, the good thing with long shot, the good thing with Quicksilver against long shot is that there's nothing for long shot to nullify off of you. Yeah, he's immune to both. So I guess if you were using a global champ that wasn't immune to Dex, this fight would probably be a little difficult due to the fact that he'll just nullify your Dex and he'll keep nullifying it every time it comes out. So it's not very good for you because if he nullifies it one time, he can keep nullifying it. And also he has two chances to nullify dexterity, which when you use it and then when you get it when you Dex. So definitely would have been a tough fight if I didn't use the right champ for it. So as you can see here, pretty much just trying to bait that SP1. We don't want the SP2. I do throw the SP1 in hopes of punishing, but it was a little slow with it due to the fact that his SP1 kind of lags a little bit when you press it. He doesn't attack immediately. He like gets ready to like charge at them. So like if you Dex to try to do that, a lot of times they're able to punish it. But unfortunately, they're not able to actually hit you. They can just block it. So, you know, it's not a big deal. I think this was a rank 4 long shot too. So like I could have done the burst here and probably still ended it, but I still wanted to get it right, and I end up losing the terminal velocity again. So it was not a good war for me Quicksilver wise. So I'm just gonna be holding block here, and just like that, he is done. Pretty easy fights. Now the next fight, and as you can see, I do have a Zemo and EMP, so that's why I specifically brought Magneto for that. I'm not gonna have what happened last time ever happen again. So yeah, as you can see, I am healing because I'm definitely afraid of getting clipped by Titania. I know how to fight her and everything, but it's still not worth it to me. The good news is when we get the slow on her, we can in essence hit her while she's in Haymaker. We won't do any damage to her, but it's more for the act of like we can get her away from us. We can land an intercept, even just hit into her block to gain some distance, which is definitely a big thing to have when she's like in your face at all times of the game. As long as she never hits you with a light or your special, like, the haymaker truly does take 30 seconds to come back. So it is definitely a long time. We're going to be trying to parry specifically mediums and never even blocking the specials so that the haymaker takes as long as possible. And as you can see there, we did parry a light attack, which did take a second or two off for haymaker, which isn't the end of the world. Now, the big thing is we don't want the whiplashes to burst while she's in haymaker. So I am trying to just constantly keep dexing. You know, I don't really want to prioritize hitting her or anything like that. I'm trying to just maintain my time and constantly keep dexing to refresh the whiplashes. And just like that, we do have 30. Big burst coming up, and hopefully that's enough to kill her. She's going to be throwing the SP2 to try to delay it a little bit longer with the 10% attack, now 20% attack. Gets her down. I do like to do that right before the burst comes out. You'll hit them with a heavy to gain the 10% attack. If you have another one, now it's 20%. To just make the burst like a little bit bigger. You know, we'll never know, but that 20% might have been the determining factor in what made that burst kill her in 1 instead of 2. But either way, it's manageable. Now this fight, I've grown to hate it. It doesn't really matter because I was thinking about like what I was doing wrong the other games. Like I was like, all right, at this point, I'm just always gonna pop an indestructible boost. Like that's just what I'm gonna do all game. And then I thought about it. You don't really have to hold the heavy. I was thinking about it because if you just keep parry heavy to gain the prowesses, he'll never gain the meter. So like, obviously, like this war, I didn't do that. But as soon as I finished the fight, I was like, I didn't even have to. The fight doesn't even have to be that hard. I couldn't believe that I screwed myself so bad because he's not gonna throw this special again, and just like that, I'm gonna get hit again with the SP3. But fortunately, we do just pop an indestructible boost, so it's not gonna do any damage to us. But I believe, spoiler alert, next war, I believe he's there. I don't really remember, but I do it the exact same way. I just parry heavy. I don't even hold the heavies or anything. And they're all permanent buffs when they're magnetized. So I don't even have to pop an indestructible boost. I could not believe how stupid I was doing that. So, yeah, we got that down. And I learned something very valuable, which saves me a grade boost, which is probably the most valuable thing you can learn. Next up, we do have an Ebony Maw on Rooted. It is a rank 2. Probably Sig 20. Nothing much to it, especially with Quicksilver. I am able to still use the indestructible boost that I had on the Zemo for this fight, which is a big thing. Because, I mean, as much as I keep track of Bubble Shield, you know, sometimes it just... sometimes I just lose track of it with everything else that's going on, you know, gaining my momentum, trying to constantly knock him down. But I guess you don't really have to prioritize knocking him down with Quicksilver because you don't miss. So I do throw the SP1 here so that the slow's on, which means we're immune to miss. And now that I'm about to have 600, we can parry non-contacts. And now this means that the fight is completely in my control. We're trying to bait SP1s here. Don't really want to do the SP2. And as you can see, I did rush in on his heavy, which I believe happens one more time this fight. And that check for the evade actually helped me out there. Very happy about that. Now, I do knock him down to try to gain my momentum. Trying to dex it. I know how to dex the full special, but I don't like to do it during war. And as you can see, I got screwed with the SP with the second medium animation. So I did have to throw the SP1 because I was kind of panicking a little bit. I'm gonna be trying to pop in this relic here to gain this stun, so I could just throw the SP2 and hopefully end this. We don't want this fight to continue at the rate that it's going. But we should be good. I did all light attacks to gain as many whiplashes as possible. So, and just like that, he is done. We do end up beating these guys. GG's to these guys. You guys played amazing. You know, it was tough as usual. But overall, you know, we're doing good. Now we're in a situation where we have to win the next war to put us as close to Masters as possible. Usually we get in a situation where we just got to win one war to get Masters. And that's where we usually end the season. But overall, it was a good season. I didn't play as good as I'd like, so I'm going for the Deathless season again, as usual. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all on the next one.